Hey everyone, I'm THPine and welcome to Split. What is Split, you ask? I like to call it a minimalistic cube splitting puzzle game. It's going into Steam Early Access on the 2nd of March and this is what it looks like. So the goal of the game is very simple. You have this cube, you have to get it through that door. You control the cube with RTS control, so you select it by left clicking and you move it around by right clicking. You move on this button and buttons activate bridges. When we leave the button, the bridge goes down, which is a problem. But luckily there's the spacebar. The spacebar will split the cube in two cubes, and we can keep one cube on a button and the other one moves over there. We can control the camera with WASD, and that's a little weird because actually W and S will move the camera up and down, and A and D will spin it clockwise and counterclockwise. Clockwise, yeah, that's a new word. Clockwise and counterclockwise around a fixed point in the level, and there's no way to move the camera forward or backward or sideward, which is really, really weird. And I believe, like, I have a theory about the controls. I will talk about that later. Let's just leave it in a room like this for now. So now this cube can go on this yellow button, and this will give us a new bridge, and we can get over there. And as I said, the goal is to get through that door with both cubes. Well, with all the cubes, you can split them into more if you want to. So you can see here. This is a green button. The green button, it's a little different, not because it's green, but because of the shape. It's a permanent button. So as soon as we press it, it will activate a bridge, and the bridge will not go back. Ever. Like, it's just there for the rest of the level. So we can select multiple cubes as well. We go there, and that's the first level. Ta-da! So that's the base mechanics of the game. There we go. So, let's go to the next level and show you a little more, shall we? Level 2. Well, there we go. So, in this level, you have more buttons. And this level demonstrates one of my biggest issues with this game is already. Well, it's not really an issue; it's more a personal preference. So this game looks like a logic puzzle game. What the? That's not what I wanted. Like a very clean logic puzzler. However, it's not, because the main challenge from the game is not by solving the puzzles, like the logical puzzles behind the levels. The main challenge is coming from either exploring the level and figuring out what stuff does. For example, in this level, you can see this very well. There are a bunch of buttons, they have colors, the bridges have colors correspondingly, but you don't see the bridges before you press the button, so you have no idea what the buttons do. I know the buttons because I played this level before, so I know what to do, but when you play this level for the first time, you just press buttons and try to figure out what stuff is. So that's one part of the challenge. It's basically an exploration puzzle, I like to call this kind of puzzles. And the other challenge is often by executing the solution, which, in my opinion, is not fitting in this game, but we'll talk about that a little more in a moment as well. So that's level 2, let's go to level 3 and show you a new mechanic. Well, kind of a new mechanic. And this actually, let's skip level 3. It's not really interesting. It just introduces, like, those platforms. It's nothing special, so that's it. Let's skip that by pressing escape. There's another weird thing. If you press escape, this game reacts very weird. It throws you instantly in the main menu, instead of throwing you back to the level select, and instead of asking you before it does so, because it loses all your progress. And if you press escape now again in the main menu, it will instantly close the game. It will just shut down. I don't know, that's a little weird. I think there should be an extra check. This is this level select screen. Let's actually talk about my theory about the controls, because here's the next weird thing. If I cannot just press A and D to move, I have to hold to move to the next level. And I believe this game was actually originally designed with mobile in mind, because the controls fit this very well. So here are my points. So the camera makes way more sense on the mobile device, because you just have like 4 little buttons on the left corner of the screen, and not like I don't know, a full fleshed out camera controller as you can have on a keyboard or a mouse, for example. Then the controls are for some reason on the mouse instead on the keyboard. Which makes sense again if you think about mobile, because there you can click and drag the cubes around, and that makes sense. However, on the computer, you play puzzle games like this usually with WASD moving around the blocks. Okay, for this game you would need to figure out a way to select multiple cubes and stuff, but that should be possible as well. Not a big deal. Or you combine mouse and keyboard a little bit, but moving the cubes with WASD makes kind of sense. That's just a hint. That might just be design. It's still a little weird. The controls feel off. And the third point is this level select, because this makes much more sense if this is a swipe movement on a touch screen than by just pressing. Like, there's no need to hold the button. Like, there's no point in doing so. Let me just press once and go to the next level, but it doesn't. Is that the 4th level? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go there. So I think this was originally designed with mobile in mind, but there's no mobile version available for this game. It's just coming to Steam Early Access. And this level, well, this level actually demonstrates my biggest issue with this game. Solving puzzles is frustrating as frick. Well, this one and a further level as well. This one for the reason that, well, I softly touched on it, like the exploration part of the game. It's not done well. Like, it's an exploration puzzle for the most part. As I said, you have to figure out stuff like what does which button press activates which bridge and stuff like that. Because actually the logical puzzles behind it are not that complex. So a lot of the challenges come from the exploration. The exploration is freaking frustrating though. I will demonstrate in this level. So, okay, we have to get over there. So we are here. These are moving platforms. If we press this button, it goes up. Makes sense. Okay, easy as you think. You put the cube there. Well, yeah, you put one cube on the platform and one on the button. It goes up. Nice. Okay, now you see a button here. What does this button do? I have no idea. Let's find out. We go on the button. Oh, it moves this platform. Okay, that might be useful for going from there to there. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, that's a permanent button. This is not going up again. Great, level is locked. We have to restart. There's no way around that. We just have to restart. That's just freaking infuriating. There's no hint. There's no indicator. You have no idea what this button does. You have to try it out and it will screw you over. That's not good game design, in my opinion. Not at all. Then there is a crucial bug right now, which probably occurs if I try to restart. It was not in there 2 days ago, I think. It's there now consistently. I'm not sure. They will probably fix this, but this is pretty crucial. Restarting a level will actually crash the game completely. It would freeze the game, and you cannot quit it. You have to go to a task manager and shut down the process. Let's see if it does so. Yeah, there we go. Completely frozen. Not sure what caused this bug. It was not there 2 days ago. They probably fix it. Let me just restart the game really quick. It's not too big of a deal. There we go. Now we have to change resolution because for some reason it doesn't save resolutions, which is really weird as well. And I have to change my settings again to have this in full screen. There we go. And yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know. Okay, let's go to level 5 again. 4. Level 4. It showed me a little bit more of my issues with level 4. So, well, the other point in this level, interesting point, is actually not really an issue. It's just a little weird. Oh, wait, wrong order. So, how to solve this level properly? You go up here. You go over there. And you split up this cube. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. Well, we have to restart. Great, okay, kill the game. I will not even try to restart. Just kill it. I screwed up. Sorry. Okay, let's try again, shall we? You see the problem here, right? With this bug. So this bug is really game breaking, and I hope they fix this, but they should, because as I said, it was working properly earlier. So I'm not sure what is going on with that now. But it does that for some reason. I cannot back out of the option menu by pressing escape, by the way, because as I said, it will, well, shut down the game, which is not what I want when I'm in the option menu and pressing escape, but someone probably did not think that through, I guess. Okay, let's try again, and let's try not to frick up again. Fuck up again. Why did I split up this cube? That makes no sense. It should not break the level though, so that's fine. So this time we do it correctly. So we move over here. This permanent button will move this platform. There's no reason for these buttons to be permanent, by the way. They should just be real buttons. That's how you solve this issue and make this level way less frustrating than it is right now. So you go up here, and now I found like a shortcut on level. That's the other interesting point I was talking about. Like, I'm not sure if this is intended or if the designer just missed it. It's quite hard to miss though, because it's super obvious actually. So I think let's assume the designer missed it. Then the original and intended solution to solve this puzzle is using this platform to get a cube up there. You actually need, I think, 2 more cubes though, so you have to split this one up again and get 3. Like, this is the maximum you can split. I cannot go smaller than this. So you would need to split up this one as well and get 3 very small cubes up here. However, you can skip all that stuff. You don't need that. You just go over here, go on this platform, and use this cube to activate this button. Well, don't do it yet. One of the buttons got stuck for some reason. Get over there. Buttons. One of the cubes got stuck. And now you can solve the whole thing without a problem, because this will activate a bridge here. can move those over and get all the cubes by pressing. You can select all the cubes by pressing E, by the way, so that's useful. Get to the goal. So I'm not sure if this is intended or if the designer missed it. It's pretty weird though. I don't know. It's a little strange. Might be intended though, like having like a shortcut solution to the level. This level is great as well. Not. Oh my god. So this level actually introduces the... I say this a lot in this video, right? But this level introduces the worst mechanic in the game. Okay, there are those platforms. If you stay on them for too long, it looks really weird. It jiggles around very weirdly and then they drop. Okay, in theory, a cool mechanic and a pretty good mechanic for a game like this because it allows you to have platforms that you can only traverse once, or like you have like some permanent things. I mean, it's bad if you have to restart in this because like that's frustrating, but in theory, that's a good mechanic for a puzzle game like this. Like I like the idea. However, the execution is terrible. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. I will show you in a moment. So we get a cube up here. What we have to do is we have to like create a path by letting blocks drop here to get to that button. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we go here and now let's demonstrate what you... Well, let's demonstrate it the wrong way first. So we go here, wait for the thing to drop. We drop with it. We're down here. Okay, now we have to get up again. That's a little tedious, right? Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do because that would take forever if we would do that for every block. And this is a safe way, well, the easy way, but it's very annoying to take a long time. So what you're supposed to do, and I'm sure that you're supposed to do that because you need that mechanic later in the game, is you have to stay here, wait for the exact correct amount of time before the block drops. And I fucked it up. There we go. It's about 3 seconds. And like you have to find the exact right moment to leave the block. Because if you leave it too early, what am I doing? It will not drop. If you leave it too late, you will drop with it. And there is no indicator whatsoever to get the correct timing done. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck, too early. I was bad at this yesterday. Well, I will get used to it again. There's no indicator, as I said, no visual indicator, no sound indicator that helps you with the timing. I don't even think it's a good mechanic to have those blocks not drop. I think what the game should do instead is have those blocks drop regardless as soon as you, well, if you touch them at least once. No, oh, that's enough actually. That was actually good I did not drop this because that would have broke the level. Because then that block would have been here and I could not have gone around it. So this activated the last bridge. Now we can press E. There's an interesting thing. If you move multiple blocks around, sometimes they collide with each other and throw each other off the bridge, which can be very annoying. Luckily it did not happen, but they got stuck. Huh, okay, let's try again. There we go, they threw each other around, but nobody dropped, so it's fine. Yeah, as I said, I would prefer a mechanic where those blocks just drop 3 seconds after you touch them for the first time. There's no way they stop. That would make for interesting puzzles because you could make those like, you can only go this path once puzzles and stuff like that. You have to figure out the correct order of movement, like go there first and then there and then there. If you do it the wrong way, you cannot go back and stuff like that. However, that's not the case in this game. The mechanic is as it is, and this level demonstrates that it is supposed to be this way. I think this was the level that made me quit the game for the first time. Because this is, oh god. It's literally gets worse every level, which is ridiculous. It gets more frustrating every level. The further I go, the more frustrating it gets. At least for the first few levels. I solved, I think, 8 or something. So, in this puzzle, you get 1 cube here and 1 on this permanent button. Again, why is this permanent? There's no reason for this to be permanent at all. And what you now have to do is to drop those platforms in those gaps here. And yeah, it's horrible. It's just annoying. And the camera in this level doesn't help either. Like having proper camera controls would be useful here as well, but no, you don't. You have to. You're stuck with the weird control scheme. 1, 2, 3. Too early. Sorry. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Not too early. 1, 2, 3. One good thing though, I have to admit that there's a good thing in place. It actually snaps to the platforms whenever you go on them. So it's not hard to maneuver the block on the platform because it will snap to it and stay on it until you give him order to move again. So that's good. Oh, by the way, it's really great. If you miss the drop here, if you wait for too long, the big cube gets stuck between those two things and you cannot move it anymore. That's great as well. So how did that go? I think you have to split here, if I remember correctly, then drop one of the platforms, this one, not the other one, with the cube down, and then we can move this one. Oh yeah, first we have to drop this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For safety's sake, let's actually split up this cube, because then we still have one up here. If we screw it up, well, if I screw it up, you can't really, because you're not playing. There we go. Okay, we have to go over here. Now, drop this one. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Getting better at it. And now we drop together with this block, and then we can actually use this cube button to get this cube up here. And then we can press this one, which will move this one over here. And now we can get everyone to the exit, I believe. No, wait, we can't yet. Those have to go back for a moment, because I forgot this cube to get up here. There we go. Camera not helping again. And everyone to the goal. There we go. Done. This took me a lot of tries the first time. I restarted a lot. I cannot restart now, so I'm very glad that I did not screw it up. But yeah. So what was the next level? Is it even worth showing? Oh, this one was actually, this is a little bit more complex than the logical part. Well, again, mostly it's exploration. You have to figure out what are those buttons actually doing, because it's a little more complex. Like, they're not combined buttons, but like multiple buttons do the same thing. And so sometimes you don't have an effect because another button is pressed and activated that thing already. It's still a fairly easy puzzle. It was not as infuriating. You can get stuck here. That's on purpose though, pretty sure. Which doesn't, I don't think it's a good mechanic, but like it's good design choice, but I'm pretty sure you get stuck here on purpose. If you drop those too early while parts of your blocks are here, you cannot go over there and through there, so you have to restart. I'm not going to show you this level though, and there's no point in this. So pressing escape, going back. So what does this game have on content? Well, there are 16 levels on total when entering early access, and on release, which is supposed to happen 6 months later, there should be 20 levels, so 4 more levels, and a level editor for the community with Steam Workshop support, so people can create levels. And maybe the users can come up with more fair and fun levels than this. I mean, I complain about the game a lot so far, but I don't think the game's... Oh yeah, right, pressing escape here quits the game as well, I forgot. Not only in the main menu. Sorry, let's restart again. I don't think the game is terrible. I was pretty negative about it so far, but I don't think it's terrible. It's not very well executed right now. I think, but it's salvageable. Like a lot of the issues are fixable. Like for example, making like the figuring stuff out less, like either less important, because I'm personally not a fan of, but I know some people like puzzles where you have to explore the level and find out what stuff does. So it's not necessarily, you don't have to necessarily make less of that, put less of that in the game, but make it less frustrating by not having perma buttons that screw you over as soon as you press them and when you have no indicator what they're for. So either give them an indicator or make them not permanent, something along those lines. Then a simple UI and controls changes, like the buttons, the permanent buttons and the non-permanent buttons, they look very similar. Make them more distinct. That would make sense, right? Rework the controls. I don't think the control, like at least for the camera, like the mouse controls are okay. They're not working great, but they're okay. They're fine. They're not terrible. But the camera controls, like having the proper camera controls would be great. Like I don't want to go up and down. I want to like have zoom in and zoom out and move forward and backward. Well, going up and down this game kind of makes sense. But still, I would like to move around properly. Can we do that, please? So stuff like that is easily fixable. Like get rid of the bugs, obviously. It would still, even if all that fixed though, it will not be my game. But that's just a personal thing. I'm just like, if I'm looking at a game like this, what I prefer is a clean, pure logical puzzle game, and I don't get that here. It looks like one because like of the minimalistic design and stuff and the split mechanic. It really looks like a minimalist, like a clean puzzle game, but it's not. It's not a logic puzzle game. It's like about exploration, and execution. Oh yeah, I want to talk about execution. So puzzle games that have challenge and execution of the solution, like most of the time those are action puzzle games or puzzle platformers, something like that. Those games like Portal, for example, is a very good example of well, what is it? This is an action puzzle game, puzzle platformer, something along those lines, where executing the solution is part of the challenge, because you have to do it, at least in some puzzles, you have to like place the portal at the right time and jump through it and stuff like that. However, in games like that, it's very, very important that the executing is actually a fun. In Portal, it's a lot of fun, obviously, because you fling around portals and stuff like that, and it's well implemented. In this game, the executing is hard because you have to get the freaking timing on the things right. That's the main issue, and sometimes the cubes get stuck and stuff like that, or throw each other from off the bridge, and you have to make sure not to press the wrong button and stuff like that. Those are not fun mechanics, in my opinion. Like, not at all. Those are really tedious and make not like. I think those things like. I think there is no place in this game for having challenge in the execution of the solution. The execution should not be like the hard part. Make it about the exploration of level, like figuring out what do those buttons do, and maybe introduce a little bit more like more complex logical puzzle. Maybe we get those in the later levels. I didn't play all of them, as you could see, or people will create them with the level editor maybe. So that would be cool. So I don't think the game is completely broken, but it's probably not my game even if you fix all or improve all the things I mentioned. But yeah, it can become a game that a lot of people would enjoy. Let's put it that way. But I think there's a lot of work to do. Okay, to sum it up, to get to the end of the video, let's try to make proper sentences. Let's take a look at the rest of the options we have here. So we can go to the instruction menu, which gives you like a little text. Not really necessary because the game actually teaches that to you itself. And to go to, by the way, that's by design as well. When you have like an option menu or a main menu and you go to a sub menu, when you go back, you don't want to see the intro animation again. Just let me go back and instantly click the next button. You can, if you want to have the animation, okay, but then have the text there, the menu items from like instantly. I don't want to wait for the freaking title to spawn in again just to press the next button. That's not how you design a good menu. Okay, so let's go to the options. So you have resolution options. Those are a little weird. You can see here 1280, like 720p. With 59 hertz. How do you pronounce it in English? Hertz? I don't know. Hertz probably. And then you have the same entry again. The same goes down here. Like those entries are just doubled. I'm not sure. Is one of them meant to be 1080p 50 hertz? I guess. But where's the? No, that's there actually. But why is this only once? And why do we have sometimes we have 60? Sometimes 50? I don't know. This looks a little broken. Also, if you scroll, it disappears, and then it comes back. It disappears as soon as this leaves the screen. Interesting. Okay, that's a little weird anyway. The main issue, though, is, like, it's good to have these resolution options. The main issue... God damn it, Pine. What's wrong with me today? The main issue here is that it doesn't save those options. So you saw when I restarted the game, it was smaller. It was not in 1080p. I don't know. It would be nice to have the option saved. I don't know why it doesn't do that. You can put it from window to full screen and the other way around. No borderless window, unfortunately, but you can enforce it with like a third-party tool like Borderless Gaming or something like that. There are multiples. Borderless Gaming is one of them, the one I use. It works fine. There's VSync on or off, and there are a few different performance thingies. Not really like necessary for a game like this because it's not very demanding, obviously. But it's nice to have those if you play it on a really low-end computer. This makes a lot of sense again, by the way, if you would port this to mobile. In general, by the way, I said earlier that I think the game was designed for mobile. I never commented on it if this is a good thing or not, though. I think this being a PC release, but originally designed for mobile, is a bad thing. However, I don't think the game would be a bad mobile game. I think this would work pretty well on mobile, actually. You have to figure out a good business model, though, because pay upfront games don't do that well on mobile, so that might be an issue. But this makes a lot of sense on the mobile again, because the phone might actually have problems running this. So then we have two separate audio sliders. That's good. No real reason for like a master volume slider here. You only need those if you have like more than 2 sliders, like if you have music, sound, special environment or ambient sounds and voices or something, then it's nice to have a master control as well, so you don't have to figure out all of them. It's a little weird, like even on minimum levels, the game is still fairly loud. So I have it on minimum here, but that's not a big issue. And you can delete your save game. There's no real reason to do so, but it's nice to have this option anyway. So the option menu is actually okay. If it would save the resolution options, that is. Which it doesn't. Maybe I should select the other one. I always pick the first one. Maybe I have to pick the second one. I don't know. It's a little weird. And if I press escape here, I don't want to leave the game. I just want to go back to the main menu. I'm not sure why that's in there. And credits. There we go. Let's finish the video with this. So, as I said, I think this can become a good game. In my opinion, it's not right now, for the reasons I mentioned. But it's split. It's coming to early access on the 2nd of March. The link to the Steam page is in the description below. I am TH Pine. I thank you a lot for watching my content in your free and spare time. That's amazing. That is a real big thing to me. Oh, God damn it. I should just wrap up the video. Thanks all for watching. Have fun and see you next time. God damn it. Bye.